Hello by watching this video. My name is Respawn and welcome to Don't Get Your Hopes Up with a really funny disclaimer to start off this game. Disclaimer, the following is a work of fiction. Amsterdam does not exist. Alright, great, lovely. I'm going to get full screen in a minute. I just didn't want to go ahead and lose that disclaimer by any chance before I went and hopped in. I'll go full screen as soon as I can, but that would be... I love that start. That was a great start. Prologue, Rushstrat 81. Okay. Sunday, 1:10 in 1:10 in the evening. Your eyes glide over the gray patterned rug under the arched doorway. They see honey-colored cupboards with gleaming brass handles. They flick over the black and white IKEA print of an Amsterdam canal. This game looks like it's a fun choose-your-adventure kind of like graphic novel. It looks funny. It looks goofy. I enjoy it. I barely looked into it. I just read the bio. That was it. And it looks great from there. They dwell on the balcony. Sunlight floods into the apartment from the open door, glinting off the Smeg water bottle, a boiler on the kitchen island, and casting an olive glow over a monstera plant by the dining table. Next to you, Jan is smiling. They run their hands through a set of Le Creuset pans on the kitchen counter, which is otherwise empty. I like it. 1,800 euros is not bad for this apartment. Click on dialogue choice above to proceed. Is there any audio to this game? I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know if this is because I'm not full screen. Can I even get full screen? I don't know. We'll see. We could even overbid. Behind you, the housing agent is telling a couple in a matching Booking.com caps that 4 people have already applied to rent this place, and they expect it to go off market in hours. We should definitely apply too, right? Isn't it too expensive? It's too small for us. It's not the right neighborhood. Isn't it too small for us? Sure, yeah, no guest room, but there's more than enough space for some working desk and a sofa. See, I think small would be the only complaint I'd have. Well, obviously can't afford it is the first thing, but if it was neighborhood or small, I think small would be more of an issue than neighborhood. I think I can deal with a different neighborhood. Unless the neighborhood was terrible, but you're also in a very beautiful canal area, so unless the neighborhood was terrible, I don't know. No. Isn't it too expensive? It's less than what we're paying now. Okay, yeah, I figured money wasn't going to be a problem for you guys. It's not the right neighborhood. Seriously? We'll be in the Oost like we've always wanted. The housing agent slicks over to you, smiling. Yeah, see, like, literally, the only valid complaint she had was, or he had, is, I think Jan's a male. Oh, no, they had. I don't know. I shouldn't judge. They had was literally the whole, the too small thing, where they couldn't complain. Like, they couldn't, like, say, like, yeah, it's too small, but we can figure it out, which is not always the best thing, but, like, that's an understandable thing. The other two, like, literally, they were wrong. All right. So what you think? Would you like to apply? Jan glances over and he nods. Yes, we'd like to make an offer. We'll overbid and offer 1,900 euros a month. We'll offer that. Overbid. Excellent decision. The landlady is right over there. He points at a woman in a cross-hatched cardigan, jabbing away at their laptop in the other room. Perhaps you'd like to introduce yourselves to her. You look at Jan and take a deep breath. Shall we? The landlady, who insists on her full title of Professor Doctor, looks you both up and down sternly. If I can find the music, I'm going to try to add music to this game, because I don't think there's any music in this game. So hopefully you guys had music in the background this entire time. I'll see what I can find. You try to embody the emails that you got for this. Trustworthy, responsible, respectful, both respectful of both property and community. Thanks for showing us your lovely apartment. It's so bright and well. What did you say? What did you say you do? A PhD student, right? Jan nods, gulping. Yeah, my partner is a. You probably don't make a lot of money. I apply for the apartment all you want, but don't get your hopes up. Oh god, there's the music. Alright, never mind. I, of course, talked too soon. A game by Chris Rakov. Do they speak English, or do they get it translated? Because I haven't seen any issues. With music by Simon Frank and Neighbors Burning Neighbors. Okay, there we go. It's just quiet at the beginning. Start, load. There we go. Okay, that's just literally cold open. That's kind of hilarious. I love that. I love that so much. I love that that's literally just the cold open. Alright, let's start up. I don't want to waste too much time. One viewing scheduled. We need to move a house in Amsterdam. For our once confident search for an affordable rental apartment is morphing into a panic. With a week left, we don't have the privilege of preference or choice. Anything will do if they'll have us. Okay. This day, like every day, starts with the ritual of applications. Confetti, a shower of buoyant emails and housing agents and replies from home listings. Home listings the second they appear online. Your specialty: making a mass email appear artisanally customized. Click the logos to reply on the housing ads. More applications, better chance. Windows of opportunity, applications, subject request to view. Wallow. Wait, what? Am I doing this? Hope it finds you well. More applications, better choice. We are writing to steer interest in viewing. Yep. Oh god, my window of opportunity. Oh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that was a timer. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's it then. Oh, that's only 64. That's not great. That's not what I wanted. Okay, you sign off with an ethnically ambiguous nickname, plausibly Northern European. This attunement to carefully crafted messaging is one of the few concrete skills your job bestows you. Adding perfectly curated emojis to paragraphs of AI-generated text on LinkedIn posts, perfectly timed to react to potential clients' Instagram stories, ensuring elders on Facebook to forget to unsubscribe from extensive membership you sold them. Adding perfectly placed emojis. Digital marketing is a calling, not just a career. Okay, all right. Your alarms chimes. Time to head to your first and only viewing for today. Less more start. Okay. You bike over to the apartment, which is a preposterously gentrified neighborhood. Oh god. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Pass on by. Hello. Jan meets you downstairs, and you tiptoe up to the narrow staircase to an open door. The housing agent checks your name off a list like a club bouncer before leaving you alone to explore. Monday, 10:35 a.m. The apartment is unfurnished. In photos, the blank rooms had a clinical eeriness to them. Every surface equally bright. Too much light everywhere, as if the rooms were spit out by a generative AI model. Well, that's fine. That when you add furniture and everything, it'll be fine. Oh, the thing wasn't moving! Why the text messed up? Hold up. That's a problem. That's a problem. Why'd the screen freeze? No. Sorry, I had to stop recording to fix that and stuff like that. I would redo a little bit of that, but at the same time, it was only 2 minutes, so it shouldn't be too bad. And the game plays back in a second anyways, hopefully. So hopefully that wasn't too bad. I don't know. That was really annoying. That popped up. All right, whatever. There's a little bit of text, but at the same time, luckily, since it's a text-based adventure and I read everything out loud, you know, we're not missing too much. It's just a couple images. But yeah, too much light everywhere as if an AI model. Nowhere for the dark to gather. In reality, the house feels musty and dim. The buttermilk walls curdled. Oh, it's not what it looks like. Use the directional buttons to move throughout the house. All right, let's try to do that. All right, hello? The asking price is €2,000 a month, and yet every fixture uses the cheapest option. Follow. Oh, okay. Okay, that's back to the house feels musty and dim. Asking price €2,000. You've been to enough viewings to immediately clock the slapdash refurbishment, a cheap paint and poorly installed fixture. Oh god, this is clearly designed by someone who's never cooked in their life, or someone who only cooks Dutch food. Just the Dutch oven, is that why? There's something so dispiriting about this apartment. This is an investment portfolio, not a place to live. So little thought or intention for something so expensive. This is an investment portfolio. And yet we take it in an instant if our offer was accepted. Fair enough. What's about the bedroom? You sigh involuntarily at the gloomy, narrow, featureless bedroom. Maybe. You say, it'll feel cozy once all our furniture is in the place. Right, Jan says in a voice that couldn't mean anything but wrong. Alright, fair enough. What about the other bedroom? Oh, bathroom. 2 sinks in this economy? That's a marvelous feature. All right, the red curtain, this cutter apartment solely in this, no idea, seems to hide a small closet. Jan throws the curtains open and stumbles back startled. This can't be real. Behind the curtain is a large oak cabinet inlaid with tortoise shell. It's almost 2 meters tall. It shimmers as the light catches the pewter inlays. Oh, the cabinet's sole shelf is an extravagance of tile, wood, and metal. A perfect replica of the apartment we're in, down to the smallest detail. The tiny light switches are actually wired. The miniature oven opens and closes. And there's the corner next to the tiny front door. There's a doll-sized housing agent clipboard and all. I'm gonna ask the agent about this. You watch them as they towards the front door with their footsteps uncertain. Then an encouraging sound, like paper fluttering, wings flapping. When you turn back the cabinet and a second doll appears next to the agent, your stomach knots. It's Jan. The Jan wax doll is eerily accurate, almost loving its recreation of their hair, their wool sweater, their blunt stone boots. The real Jan returns to find you shuddering, hands crossed deep across your chest. You don't even know to explain. Real Jan mouths, "Oh, what the before inching closer to the cabinet. They seem memorized by their wax doppelganger, staring as they recount. The agent was very confused. She says, "There's nothing in this room. She's coming over in a minute." You try to photograph the dolls, but your camera only shows a blank wall. Another flutter, and now the second cabinet is behind the first. The closet recedes into a cave-like darkness. The second cabinet, identical to the first, shows the apartment occupied. It's you and Jan, and all of your furniture, all of your books and board games and spices and glassware rendered in pristine detail. You scramble into the dark in the closet as another one flutter sounds. 1 second, your shoes are on the floor, and the second, your shoes are on the soil. How deep does this place go? The closet is a labyrinth, an edifice stitched together by dolls, living in your future lives. The cabinets extend in all directions, each of your future you could have. Every flutter spins off into a new wax doppelganger, a new dollhouse, a new wing of the labyrinth. You walk on. The labyrinth echoes, plunging into the unseen depths. You feel your eyes on your skin. You look around and there's nobody. But next to you, from the dollhouse, a silver of movement. The dolls recognize you. You can see it in their eyes. Movement at the edge of sight. Another flutter. When the agent arrives to announce that time is up, she finds us seated at the floor, leaning against the patch of wall. Our expression's unreadable. A fugue state, she calls it. We apologize and leave. Afterward, we sit at the bar down the street. It takes us 2 beers before we can address the situation. Should we apply to rent the apartment? We should overbid. Yeah, why not? It's fine. It looked like all the future selves were having fun. Why not? All right, did the doll show us this future? Showed us a future in that apartment. That's enough for me. A sturdier life than what we have now. Oh, okay. Late at night, you try to quell the spike of anxiety and recheck the real estate platforms. Drag to pan across the map. It still gets you. The vastest of possibilities of implies the endless scroll of hypnotic deception and comfort. Ah, well, great. You click through to see all the available listings across the city. Oh, God. There's so many. There's so many. You just have to sit through here and persevere. Surely one of these apartments could be yours. Will they? Where does that start out? The thrill of excitement through you. One of the options you can pursue. Blah, blah, blah. What's the 6th one up there? Oh, 6 in the same apartment complex. I know how that looks. Then you remember to filter what you can afford. A giddy recklessness overcomes you. You put in a generous, dangerous number in the maximum rent column. You realize that half of these affordable options are actually paid parking spots, not apartments. Another round of filtering gives you a real picture. Not a single listing you or Van haven't already vetted or applied for. The city has trapped us, made us mistake its freedom for an abundance. It says God us commit, to believe, to integrate, to take a trust fall it had no intention of catching. Tuesday, yeah, we gotta go and see another day, another ritual of applications. You see if it's tried with your customized emails. Hit stock phrases every Amsterdam neighborhood. You can almost believe the cozy lives you spun for yourself in the application. This is how it viewed. This is exactly how it looked when the screen went out last time. This is all you guys missed was this same exact 3 in a row. The long walks, the quiet afternoons reading, and the bland, harmless positivity. You think of the dollhouse from yesterday, you shudder. All right, I gotta do this. This is the countdown. I have to do a ton of these before my window opportunity closes, which is a 15-second timer. This is literally the only other thing you missed. It was just that and the other thing. I got 64, I think, last time, but I didn't realize it was like going on, so I'm just going back and forth. Can I get 100? Can I get 100? Can I get 100? Can I get 100? Can't get 100. All right, that's fine. I was kind of going slow. Plus, I was doing a lot. I wasn't trying to go for efficiency too much right there. Time to head to a viewing. It's cold today, almost freezing. The wind howls against the door when you open it. The forecast says snow. The first icy drops begin to fall as you walk onto your bicycle. The phone buzzes. It's Jan, already at the viewing. Oh my God! What is this place? This is the most cryptic apartment I've seen yet. Haha, what happened? Misleading photos? Oh. Is that just how it looks IRL? That's a problem. Can you see this? Can you see this? Oh god. Jan's video makes your phone screech in protest. What the fuck? You're glitching out somehow. Is the apartment? Hey! Wait, because I do like the glitch. I don't know. You leap on your bicycle, slightly dizzy from the pedal, fierce determination. What is this game? I love it. I love it so much. Tuesday, 11:20 a.m. You arrive. Jan is nowhere to be seen. The agent greets you and appears to be a small antechamber, the only part of the apartment above ground. You recognize it from Jan's videos. The rest, the agent says, is the basement level. Wait, you say. The listing said an apartment had only sun-kissed balcony ideal for al fresco dining. The agent doesn't even blink. Oh, I used ChatGPT to write the ad. Oh, there is no balcony. This apartment is on the market at €2,200 a month. You step down the winding staircase to face the bright and airy bedroom, designed to provide comfort and tranquility. You're not sure what you're expecting, but it wasn't this. Lorem ipsum of bedrooms? I don't know how to say that. Blinking every way. It almost seems to resist presence. You hear what sounds like a faint hammering coming from the window. Why is this over there a window? You descend another level, and another. The apartment unspools downstairs, a single windowed room on each level, tilted as if it's sinking into a swamp. 5 levels, then 10. The staircase continues. The rooms don't end. Your stomach lurches. You're going down. 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 But the rooms are not. After 15 flights of stairs, there's no sign of Jan. You finally notice a persistent construction noise. Who or what is drilling 16 stories down? You put an ear to the window and immediately recoil as the sound of the drilling intensifies. Down another story and the noise changes. A metallic clangor? With every level, this symphony of urban life adds an instrument. The backbeat of drills joined by the cymbal clash of dust and demolition. The endless renovation. The undertaking by an invisible neighbor. The noise becomes a maelstrom 20 levels down. The sustained, debilitating delirium. Descent becomes painful. The sound taking you from the edge of the void where nothing is familiar. There's nothing to do but scream. Somewhere in a lateral basement room 20 stories below Amsterdam, you hear Jan joining a guttural shriek. The sudden silence makes your ears ring. The agent arrives to announce that time is up. Finds us seated on the floor in the first and only basement. Our expression is unreadable. A fugue state, he calls it. We apologize and leave. Over Erin and Capsalon and a nearby steakhouse pizza, we address the question. Should we apply to rent the apartment? Yeah, we should overbid. I really want to change the fluorescent light to level 15. It feels illegal to clinic down there. I love this so much. You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm honestly going to do? You can't sleep. Your mind keeps returning you to the basement in that apartment. How it feels like it was sinking. Amsterdam is sinking. This is the city built on stilts. Pile driving, a crucial, desperate practice needed for stability in peaty, wet soil. Underneath the city is petrified forest of stilts suspended on the swamp and sand, and doom-sinking biosphere that wood, beam, and cement. A city that will ripeness before decay, always in the zenith before the fall. Maybe that's why the scaffolding we try to build for our life seems to constantly come apart. The shapes of our existence revealed again and again, as crumbling, sinking factuality. 0 viewing. All right, I'm quick saving. I think I'm going to end off this video here. I might come back to this game. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. I want to make sure that the next video too doesn't have any problems with me making it full screen and everything just breaking, which kind of sucks and stuff like that. But I really, really enjoy this. I wouldn't mind knocking out this game like back to back in like small, like 15-20 minute videos, so that I think it might be kind of fun. But other than that, like I say, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and join us. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Maybe